Cool. All right. What's up, Fi? You just see me do my thing a little bit, huh? Phoenix Outlaws.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. We welcome you out to Moon Valley High School here in Phoenix. The Arizona Desert Football League on the air right here on the Epic Sports Network. So glad you joined us. James Poovey alongside my broadcast partner, Mr. Ed Cole. Ed, we're excited to broadcast some guys that really love this game of football. They come out here. It's a little bit warm today, but they're going to show what they're made of out here on the gridiron at the home of the Moon Valley Rockets.
Yeah, JP, it's warm and breezy out here, but it is a beautiful day for football. Can't wait to get this thing started. March 1st, the Arizona Gladiators and the defending champions of the AZ DFL, the Phoenix Outlaws, they're going to get this thing on. I know we've been a little bit elongated in getting the game started and getting our show started, folks. We've been waiting for some issues behind the scenes, getting some referees together. So that's why we've just now got on the air. We're working through some issues here internally here with getting referees. But once the referees get here and we can get this football game started, we promise you it's going to be a great game tonight.
Absolutely, it will be. We've got the Arizona Gladiators squaring off today against the Phoenix Outlaws, and it should be an exciting game. Packed rosters on both sides of the field here today, Ed, and it's really impressive. We talked about it off air before we started here this afternoon. How much goes into putting something like this together?
It is a lot. We've been talking to the owner and commissioner, Mr. Benjamin. He's been running around like a chicken with his head cut off, trying to get this referee situation together. It is a lot to put the Arizona Desert Football League together, but I love the jerseys that both of these teams have and the players. These are some big guys. You're going to see a lot of hitting. If guys had a bad week this week, JP, you will see them take it out on the opponents. This is going to be a fun one.
Yeah, there's a lot of big individuals out here today, and I saw a guy on the roster just a moment ago, 450 pounds, if I read that correctly.
Yeah, there he is. Maxwell Ferris.
Unbelievable. Maxwell Ferris, center, also plays a little offensive guard and defensive line as well, 6'5", 450. Another guy, Montrelius Irving, for the Arizona Gladiators, 6'5", 400 pounds, Ed.
And then
we got Joshua Mills, number 50, 415 pounds, standing at 6'7".
Wow. But it's a great thing about the Arizona Desert Football League. As we mentioned, it's a developmental league as we see the Phoenix Outlaws come on the field. This is a league that is designed for these young men who want to move on to play Division II football, possibly arena football or the indoor football league where you and I call the Northern Arizona Wranglers games. This is a stepping stone for them to live their dreams and possibly move on to the next level. And who knows, if they're good enough, they could possibly make it to the National Football League. That'll be a stretch. But if these guys put in the work here in this league, league and they move on and continue to elevate their game and elevate to different leagues, who knows? The NFL might be in a possibility for them.
You never know, Ed. That's the thing.
Do.
But it's all about coming out here today, competing, and showing what you're made of out here on the gridiron in some live bullet action. We're going to take a brief commercial timeout and return as we get you ready for kickoff here between the Gladiators and the visiting Outlaws. Stay with us right here on the Epic Sports Network. More to come after a brief commercial timeout.
Out of the kitchen of our house. Today we have 8 Valley locations where you can count on authentic recipes, good prices, and a comfortable atmosphere. I've always said the burrito is the perfect food. You don't need a plate, fork, or napkin. You grab one and off you go. Come by one of our Burrito Express locations and try you a burrito created by the man himself, Cameron Scatterboo.
Everything. Procom offers the most powerful, most reliable headsets on the market. Paired with our state-of-the-art coach-to-player communication tools, your team is sure to dominate. It's time to communicate like a pro. Visit us at procomheadsets.com.
The scout from football college is up in the stands.
Maybe you'd rather go to school for insurance.
I didn't raise no insurance, man.
But you did, Dad. Football's your passion, but mine is providing around-the-clock protection to progressive customers who bundle home and auto.
Jamie, we need you out here for football.
You're giving up on your dream, James.
No, Dad. I'm giving up on yours.
Oh, James, wait! Oh, that's not the exit. Well, this kid has no future.
We welcome you back to Moon Valley High School here in Phoenix, live on the Epic Sports Network for Arizona Desert Football League action. James Poovey coming to you live here alongside my broadcast partner, Mr. Ed Cole. We are about ready for kickoff here. We've had a couple of unfortunate delays. We were set to kick off around 1 p.m. local time. It's almost 2 p.m., but we're about ready to get this thing underway, Ed.
Yeah, it's good to see the reps out there, and both teams are on the sideline, so they are ready to go, got their helmets on. I know they are ready to get it on. They've been out here since about 11:30, so it's been, again, a bit of an elongated situation. We see the captains for both teams come out, but, you know, they kept themselves loose. They kept themselves hydrated, which is one of the main important things to do.
Yes.
If you've got a long delay like this, you've got to stay hydrated. You've got to stay limber and just kind of warmed up on the sidelines for what it is, which is it's a beautiful day, breezy, as you can tell by our microphones picking up all the wind, but it's warm and breezy, but still a fantastic day here in the state of Arizona.
79 degrees as we approach 2 p.m. local time. We're getting ready now for our coin toss. Let's get you out there and see if we can see exactly what happens here for the coin toss. 79 degrees, gusty winds up to 34 miles an hour here this afternoon, Ed.
Wow.
So, you know, it's going to be interesting here to say the least, especially in the passing game.
Oh, yeah. We'll just see how both of these quarterbacks, whoever they tried out as the starters for the Outlaws and the Gladiators, how do they get used to this breeze? Because it is quite breezy, as folks, as you can tell. We can look at the goalposts, and we can see the flags at the top of the goalposts. They are up flapping because the wind is that strong today.
The Gladiators are coming out in their home dark uniforms with the something I really love, the orange and blue.
Yes.
With the gradient finish right there, Ed, on the uniforms, looking pretty sharp. And then the Outlaws coming out looking mighty nice as well in the all-white road look. The white pants with the baby blue numbers trimmed in black, and then the black helmets with the Outlaws logo.
Does that remind you of like the Duke City Gladiators
It
uniforms?
does. It absolutely does.
Yeah, we call so many Duke City Gladiators and Gladiators and Wranglers games, so those uniforms look just like Duke City's uniforms.
Have we ever?
Yes.
Special shout out to the Epic Sports Network crew on hand here this afternoon. Of course, my good friend Mr. Ed Cole joining me on color analysis. Brecken Poovey is running our production team today here on the YOLO box, and Mr. Jamal Gumo is up top, and Dallas Poovey is on our scorebug today, keeping you updated with the down and distance, time remaining, and any other necessary information.
And I want to shout out my good brother, my Noop to my left, brother Cedric Allen, my brother from the Glendale Peoria alumni chapter, came through to support.
Oh, yes.
I say, yo, Noop.
Welcome out. Welcome out. Glad to have you.
It's my brother right here.
Appreciate you coming out.
My brother. This
Good
is my brother
stuff.
right here.
Good stuff. Nice to
they
meet you, man.
They meet each other
nice
on the air.
Nice to meet you. Absolutely. That's how we do live on the air right
That's
here.
right.
That's how we do it.
That's right.
It looks like we got one back deep to receive for the Outlaws, and if I can find it quick enough here on the roster, that is number 26. He's not on that side of the page, but
on the other
maybe
side?
he's here on the back.
There he
That's
is.
John Finch back deep right there for the Outlaws. So we're going to have some fun with this Outlaws roster. Yeah, we're just going to put it right here, and we can pull it and use it as we need to.
Yeah.
He waits back deep around the 8-yard line. We're about ready to roll here for the Outlaws and the Gladiators. So glad you joined us here live on the Epic Sports Network. A warm Saturday afternoon, the first day of March. Can you believe that? And
Oh.
where did January and February go?
I know. Where is 2025
goodness.
going? It's just flying by so quickly.
Absolutely has flown by.
And just think, in 28 days, it'll be time for Northern Arizona Wranglers football.
Can you imagine that? Anthony Garza on to kick it away now, 6 foot, 225 pounds. Played at Skyline High School, home of the Coyotes out there in Far East Mesa. Unless, of course, they're talking about Skyline High School from Dallas, Texas. That is the Skyline Raiders there in Dallas.
You're all about Texas, aren't you?
That one fielded at the 14-yard line. Here he comes with a big head of steam. He's got blockers, 45-50, on his way, 45-40, 30, 25, 10, 5, touchdown Outlaws. My goodness, they weren't going to get him right there. And let's take a look at the last end of that play. Marzell Green, house call.
Well, that's a perfect way for the Outlaws to start it off. You start off on special teams with a kickoff return as Marzell Green. Great blocking up front. There was nobody, literally nobody from the Gladiators that touched number 34. That was about as easy a kickoff return for a touchdown as you'll find in any level of football. So great run, return by Marzell Green, and the Outlaws start off with 6.
Outlaws come out and show you how it's done. Opening play of the ball game. Now they're going to line up for what looks to be a PAT right here. And we'll see. Yeah, we're going to check that.
Yeah.
That roster's going to get that piece of paper right there. Ed's going to get a great workout today.
Yes, it is. You tell me the number, I'll find
Number
it.
28 on to kick it away now.
That is Jacob Reed.
Jacob Reed.
Thank you, Fi.
And 80, Mr. Fuentes looks like on to hold now. As I see there are names on the back of the jerseys there for the Outlaws.
Yeah, Javier Fuentes,
Javier
number
Fuentes
80.
on to hold
There we
for
go.
the Phoenix Outlaws. So I'm going to do the old up and down with the sunglasses and then into the binoculars and then back down with the sunglasses all day. This is going to be my move. All right. No, not on the PAT. Yeah, no time on the PAT. Yeah, as soon as he catches it, as soon as he touches it, its clock starts. It's up and true. Fuentes kicks it through there for the PAT. That one up and good, and just like that, the visiting Phoenix Outlaws leading the Arizona Gladiators 7-0 here. Opening moments of our first quarter here on the Epic Sports Network. So glad you joined us from Moon Valley High School here in Phoenix. Apologies as we work on this main shot issue here right quick. Hopefully we can get this sorted out for you relatively quickly. So the Outlaws will kick it away here now to the Gladiators, as Arizona Outlaws leading the Gladiators right now 7-0, just inside our first quarter of action here. Back deep to receive for the Gladiators, number 2.
Tredeviante Hinchy.
Hinchy back deep to receive there for him.
Hinchy
from Dysart High School, home of the Demons.
Yeah, 5'10", 180-pound wide receiver, / athlete. He also plays defense as well.
Okay.
We love to see that ATH behind these young men's names.
Absolutely love to see it. He swings the right leg through. This one fielded at the 5-yard line. Coming near side now, number 7 for the Gladiators. Ball's on the turf. And it looks like the AZ Gladiators have recovered the football somehow there. That was Hinchy on the recovery and Kalen Young on the return there. 6'1", 190 pounds from McKinney Boyd High School just out of Dallas, and played some football at Southern Arkansas as well. You know, I got to give it up for my guys from detail.
Of course you do. JP, that's something that AZ Gladiators did not want to do, is turn the football over. Thank you, Noop. Because you're down already 7-0, and you don't want to turn the football over this deep in your own territory and give the Outlaws the football back. So good for them that they were able to recover that fumble.
So it's 1st down and 10 now for the Gladiators from their own 24-yard line. That looks like number 9 there at quarterback, Ed, or is that an 8 with his jersey roll up? That's a 9.
That's 9.
He'll roll out. He's under pressure, and he's going to go down for the sack. The ball comes loose. The big fella's got a hold of it. And get ready as number 90 recovers it there for the Phoenix Outlaws. Watch this big fella get a hold of that football right there, Ed, and then rumble down near the goal line. Almost has it taken back, but is somehow able to hold on to the football. That is number 90, J.R.
Kenny.
We'll go with it.
Yeah, we apologize. We're going off a roster that was handwritten.
A handwritten roster, folks, from the Outlaws. So we're going to do the best we can today here with that.
So for JR's family, if we missed his name and said it wrong, we apologize. I believe it's Kenny. And also the quarterback for the Gladiators, number 9, was Ruben Falcon, 5'9", 175-pound quarterback. So he was QB1 for the Gladiators.
12 minutes and 26 seconds remaining here in our first quarter. So glad you joined us here today on the Epic Sports Network. Outlaws break the huddle. Empty backfield here now for the quarterback. That is number 13, Deuce Pino. Pino looks to his right. A little swing pass falls incomplete to Dontail Moore, 6 foot, 180 pounds. Also plays a little free safety as well for the Gladiators. And you can hear the wind down here today whipping through this press box.
Yeah.
Second down and goal here for the Outlaws. They are knocking on the door once again here, Ed Cole.
Actually, JP, number 13 for the Outlaws is Tyree Taylor.
Tyree Taylor, 13. Okay.
Yep.
So Tyree Taylor in there at quarterback now for the Outlaws. And I don't know where our replay operator went off to, but I'll go ahead and sit in for him here right quick. Single back set. They hand it off. They bounce it outside. Number 23 plunges his way into the end zone for the touchdown.
JB, I believe that's number 23, Ray Barry or Bonnie. I'm trying to figure what the writing is on the Outlaws roster. But Ray, great job running off right guard and right tackle, gets into the end zone for the touchdown.
Outstanding job right there.
Outlaws take advantage of the Gladiators' turnover, and they are up now 13-0.
13-0 with 10:52 remaining here in our first quarter. On for the PAT now, once again for the Outlaws, number 80. I believe that is Mr. Fuentes.
Yes, Javier Fuentes. Yeah, bear with us, folks. We're all figuring this thing out.
The PAT now from Fuentes is up and good. Our score with 10:52 remaining here in our first quarter, the Phoenix Outlaws 14 and the Arizona Gladiators 0. Stay with us, commercial timeout, and then more first quarter action coming your way next right here on the Epic Sports Network. Make sure and stay with us.
My dad started Burrito Express back in 1995 with me and my brother slanging burritos out of the kitchen of our house. Today we have 8 Valley locations where you can count on authentic recipes, good prices, and a comfortable atmosphere. I've always said the burrito is the perfect food. You don't need a plate, fork, or a napkin. You grab one and off you go. Come by one of our Burrito Express locations and try you a burrito created by the man himself, Cameron
We welcome you back to Moon Valley High School here in Phoenix, a 14-0 lead for the Gladiators. Or correction, a 14-0 lead for the Outlaws. We'll get that fixed for you on the score bug here in just a moment, folks. Apologies for that. And right now you have to be impressed, Ed, with this Phoenix Outlaws team and what they've been able to do here in less than 5 minutes of gameplay.
Oh, yeah, they got it done on offense, defense, and special teams. So you love when all three phases of your football team work together, and they work early in the football game as they have. With 10:40 to go, all three phases are working so far for the champions.
Kobe Clark back deep to receive. Now this one's going to be fielded. Across the 15, 20, bouncing it outside. Still on his feet across the 25-yard line. And that was a nice return there for number 10, Trayvon Coleman. 5'11", 176 pounds. So it's first down and 10 now for the Gladiators from their own 26-yard line. 9:50 and counting here in the first quarter. Now this will be number 11, Brad Pasquale in at quarterback, 6'3", 235, Ed. Pasquale drops back. He'll climb the pocket. Throw over the middle. Ball's tipped and falls incomplete.
JP number 27, John Lewis with the tip there. As Pasquale rolls out, he sees the pressure. He rolls out to his right to avoid the pressure. Nice job by the 6'3", 235-pounder to roll out, avoid that pressure. But see, number 27 was watching him the entire time. He stayed with the quarterback, fired the football. Number 27 got his hand up, knocked the football away, forcing a 2nd and 10 for the Gladiators. Gladiators break their huddle. Offense gets set. Pasquale's waiting for his center to give him the ball, JP.
Gets the shotgun snap, hands it to the up back now. He's trying to work his way outside near the 30-yard line. Goes number 26. That's Jabari Cook, 5'7", 180 pounds. Also plays a little slot receiver and outside linebacker as well on defense.
I love to see these guys that can play multiple positions.
They just love football.
Oh,
they love football.
Yep.
That's really what it all comes down to.
They say just line me up and I'll make plays.
That's it. We're trying to get that main shot fixed for you here right quick, folks, so bear with us. We apologize as we work through a few technical difficulties here in week 1. So we're going to move that right there. And we're going to await this cable drop right here.
There it is.
There it comes. We're going to sneak it in here and hope that this one works a little better than the first one did.
Pasquale hands the football up to his running back. Number 26 again, Jabari Cook, sees nothing but white jerseys. Love to see the aggressiveness by the Outlaws defense, excuse me, to get after Jabari Cook and bring him down.
You love to see it, Ed.
We talked about it's going to be a physical football game today, JP, and so far on defense, the Outlaws are bringing it.
They are indeed. Sorry, we're trying to get this main shot back up for you here, folks. Hopefully we'll have it here in just a second. Fourth down now here. 4th and 5 is what it'll be here. Once again, apologies for the difficulties with the picture.
But this is a big-time 4th and 5 that the Gladiators have to convert. Being down 14-0, you can't afford to not convert here on 4th down and keep your drive alive. Pasquale back there in the shotgun. Got his running back off to his right. Up. Looks like he might get an offsides on the defensive end. It's number 97. Let me find him. That's number 97, David Satterfield. It's like he jumped on the right side of the offensive line. Six minutes to go here in the first quarter. 14-0 Outlaws. Courtesy of a Marzell Green kickoff return and a Ray Barry, I believe it's Ray Barry, touchdown run to put them up 14-0. And the defense has come up strong for Phoenix, and special teams has come up really big for them as well. So the Outlaws are looking good so far.
Good. All right, we got that main shot for you back up and running here.
Nice.
At least for the moment. As it cuts out once again, I see.
Worst case, we may have to bring Jamal down here.
Oh, man. I'm going to try to find another cable here in a minute. 2-by-2 on the outside now for the Gladiators. Pasquale back to pass. Looks downfield. A laser over the middle. It's caught.
JP
Good for a first down right there.
Tredeviante Hinchy, got to get that name right. 5'10", 180-pound wide receiver, wide open over the middle, and Pasquale finds him. Great throw under pressure. He gets the completion, gets the first down. Those guys are exactly at midfield. Good drive so far for the Gladiators. They got to keep the ball moving, but that's a good job of converting.
Under 5 minutes remaining here in our first quarter. First down and 10 now for the Gladiators from midfield. They trail the Phoenix Outlaws 14-0 here. Pasquale, 2-by-2 on the outside. He'll get the shotgun snap. Look far side. Go that way. It falls incomplete. Intended target was number 6, Mark Anthony Colon. And, of course, the Gladiators wanted a penalty flag on that, as I thought there was a little bit too much contact there as the ball was still in the air.
Yeah, Colon was asking for pass interference on number 17, Malachi Gatewood, but to no avail. He was not able to get that pass interference call.
So they did give him the interference call after all. Must have been a late flag there, Ed, and they say it'll be a first down and 10 now from the 35-yard line.
Okay.
And we got special shout out to the Arizona Desert Football League director, Benjamin Tanner, out there subbing and doing some referee action today. Well done out there, Ben. We know how it is when you own your own business. You got to kind of jump in and do whatever is necessary.
That's right.
And right now he's out there reffing it.
That's the life of an owner and commissioner. You got to do it all.
2 receivers to each side now for Pasquale on first down and 10 from the 35. They'll fake the jet sweep, give the dive. He's still on his feet. Out near the, still breaking tackles. And a great run there by number 26, Jabari Cook. And watch Jabari Cook on this replay right here, Ed.
Yeah, Jabari Cook cooked on that play. Gets the handoff from his quarterback, and he was not going to be denied. He just kept fighting and churning his legs and trying to be physical and getting as many yards as he can before he couldn't get any more, and the defense was able to bring him down. But great individual effort by Jabari Cook to get those yards.
Under 3 minutes to play here in our first quarter. That will be a 7-yard pickup right there. We'll call it second down and 3 here. They break the huddle. Number 28, Kamir Abdullah-Jones in the backfield now for the Gladiators. Pasquale checks the wristband. Second down and short. 2 receivers to each side. Pressure off the edge. He's going to fold. He goes down for the sack. And that was a great job in the backfield there by big number 90, J.R. Keeney for the Outlaws. And that's not the first time we've seen him in that offensive backfield today, Ed.
No, he just blew past that left tackle. My gosh, Keeney just got around there like it was nothing to get around there and get to the quarterback. Brad Pasquale had no chance of getting anything going because number 90 was all over him.
That is a 10-yard tackle for a loss right there for the Outlaws. Under 2 minutes remaining here in our first quarter. A minute 56. 3rd and long now for the Gladiators. Can they keep the drive alive? Pasquale flanked to the left there by Jonah Brewster. Ball's given to Brewster, and Brewster is wrapped up almost immediately.
Brewster brought down by number 17, Malachi Gatewood. Man, the physical nature of this defense from the Outlaws, they're getting after it, JP.
They are indeed. Multiple Arizona Desert Football League champions are the Phoenix Outlaws, and they come out here looking ready to play today, Ed.
And it's tough for your offense to do anything if you're the Gladiators, if the Outlaws are already in your backfield as soon as you get the snap. You've got 2 or 3 guys already in the backfield, and your running back can't do anything. Pasquale can't do anything because you've got all these guys bearing down on you. So it's hard for him to throw the football, hand the football off, or run it.
A minute 10 remaining here in our first quarter. 2 receivers to each side now for the Gladiators. 4th down and long. They're going to keep the offense on the field right here. Pasquale flanked to the right by Jonah Brewster. Shotgun snap. Looks. Climbs the pocket. He'll go under pressure, and he'll get blasted there just across the line of scrimmage. I believe that was big number 55 in there, Ed, for the Outlaws.
Trying to find his name. Wow. Yeah, they are bringing the pain definitely defensively.
Oh my goodness.
Pasquale's already a big guy at 6'3", 235, as we said, and it's hard for him to be mobile when you've got multiple guys already after you. As soon as you get the snap, he doesn't even have time to think where he's going to throw the football, let alone run.
Very true. Yeah, they're coming quick. There's no doubt the Outlaws are getting outstanding penetration into that Gladiators backfield. 1st down and 10 now after the turnover on downs. The Phoenix Outlaws now working right to left on your screen. And in there at quarterback is Tyree Taylor. Taylor will send one in motion. They'll empty out the backfield. Near side, caught, 40, 45, across midfield and forced out of bounds was number 1, Assure McMillan. Great gain on the play there by McMillan, and you see him get to the outside here in a hurry. He's got to put that football away, however, Ed.
Yeah, he does.
Waving that thing out there like a loaf of bread like that. Defenders come in. That's going to be a Peanut Tillman punch. That thing's on the carpet.
Yeah, did he not master that Peanut Tillman for the Chicago Bears for so many years, just punching that ball out?
He sure did. Very effective. We've reached the end of our first quarter. The Outlaws 14 and the Gladiators 0. Stay with us. Second quarter action coming up in just a matter of moments right here on the Epic Sports Network. Stay with us. We'll be back to Moon Valley High School after the break.
I'm Angel. My dad started Burrito Express back in 1995 with me and my brother slanging burritos out of the kitchen of our house. Today we have 8 Valley locations where you can count on authentic recipes, good prices, and a comfortable atmosphere. I've always said the burrito is the perfect food. You don't need a plate, fork, or napkin. You grab one and off you go. Come by one of our Burrito Express locations and try you a burrito created by the man himself, Cameron Scatterboo.
Hey, get your head in the game, son. The scout from football college is up in the stands.
Maybe you'd rather go to school for insurance.
I didn't raise no insurance, man.
But you did, Dad. Football's your passion, but mine is providing around-the-clock protection to progressive customers who bundle home and auto.
Jamie, we need you out here for football.
You're giving up on your dream, James.
No, Dad. I'm giving up on yours.
Oh, James, wait! Oh, that's not the exit.
We welcome you back. Second quarter action about to commence here on the Epic Sports Network. It's Arizona Desert League football action here as the Gladiators are battling the Phoenix Outlaws. Right now the Outlaws leading 14-0. James Poovey alongside my broadcast partner, Mr. Ed Cole, and the rest of our outstanding Epic Sports Network crew. Empty backfield now. Shotgun snap. He'll climb the pocket, room to run. 45-40. And a nice run there by the quarterback for the Outlaws. I need you to do it.
That was a really nice run there by Tyree Taylor. You can tell the difference between a mobile quarterback like him and a quarterback like Brad Pasquale, who's not as mobile, a lot smaller. So he just kind of more stands around in the pocket as opposed to Tyree Taylor being able to tuck out and run. It's a big difference between a quarterback that can get out and scoot as opposed to one that's kind of stationary in the backfield, because he's just quite a bit bigger than Tyree Taylor.
100% right, Ed. Looks like we've got a couple of striped shirts out there on the field now, Ed, so maybe a referee or two has shown up here, or at least stepped up for this organization in our football game here today. And right now we have a timeout on the field called by the Outlaws, so we'll step aside and take that timeout with them. You are watching Arizona Desert Football League action right here on the Epic Sports Network. Stay with us. More to come after the break.
I'm Angel. My dad started Burrito Express back in 1995 with me and my brother slanging burritos out of the kitchen of our house. Today we have 8 Valley locations where you can count on authentic recipes, good prices, and a comfortable atmosphere. I've always said the burrito is the perfect food. You don't need a plate, fork, or a napkin. You grab one and off you go. Come by one of our Burrito Express locations and try you a burrito created by the man himself, Cameron Scatterboo.
Hey, get your head in the game, son. The scout from football college is up in the stands.
Maybe you'd rather go to school for insurance.
I didn't raise no insurance, man.
But you did, Dad. Football's your passion, but mine is providing around-the-clock protection to progressive customers of Bundle Home and Auto.
Jamie, we need you out here for football.
You're giving up on your dream, James.
No, Dad. I'm giving up on yours.
Oh, James, wait! Oh, that's not the exit.
We welcome you back to Moon Valley High School here in Phoenix. Second quarter action underway here in the Arizona Desert Football League. Empty backfield now for the Outlaws on 1st down and 10. Low snap. Surveys, flushed out of the pocket. Finds a receiver, caught at the 20-yard line. Bending it back outside, and a nice reception there all the way down to the 10-yard line goes number 5, Billy Sewing Jr. A great reception, and then a nice bit of yards after the catch there for Sewing Jr.
That was a great job by Tyree Taylor, just waiting, biding his time, surveying, and back in the pocket, finding an open wide receiver, Sewing Jr., and he just fired the football to him. Great accurate throws from number 13 to number 5 as they continue to drive, as they're looking to take a 3-score lead if they can punch it in the end zone.
1st down and goal here from the 9, I want to say, for the Outlaws. Tyree Taylor still in at quarterback. Shotgun snap. Play fake. He'll keep it himself on the RPO. Taylor across the 5-yard line and brought down there by number 8 for the Gladiators.
Justin
Roman.
Yep.
Strong safety, also plays a little wide receiver and special teams as well for the Gladiators.
Yeah, JP, you mentioned the RPO. Taylor to Dedrick Gadlin, number 7, the running back. You've always got to account for number 13 because of his speed, his ability, his elusivity.
Yes,
as we like to use. This guy is dangerous back there in the backfield at QB1. Big time drive here. 12:32 left to go. Can the Outlaws punch it in and go up 20?
We shall see. Taylor in the shotgun. 1st down and goal. Play fake. Taylor into the end zone for the touchdown. Great play right there from Tyree Taylor. And watch the young man just scoot right behind that big offensive line. They paved the way up front, Ed, and then he plunges in for 6.
We always say champions are made in the trenches, offensive line and defensive line. You saw him into the end zone, but great drive by the Outlaws, culminating with another touchdown as they go up 20.
20-0 right now with the PAT pending. Mr. Javier Fuentes on for the PAT now. And we have mentioned Mr. Fuentes quite a number of times here this afternoon so far.
Yeah, he's been busy today.
Here's the snap, the hold, the kick is up. And it is good. Our score with 11 minutes and 25 seconds remaining here in our second quarter. The Phoenix Outlaws 21 and the Arizona Gladiators 0. Stay with us. We'll be back after a brief commercial timeout with more second quarter action from the Arizona Desert Football League.
The scout from football college is up in the stands.
Maybe you'd rather go to school for insurance.
I didn't raise no insurance man.
But you did, Dad. Football's your passion, but mine's providing around-the-clock protection to progressive customers of Bundle Home and Auto.
Jamie, we need you out here for football.
You're giving up on your dream, James.
No, Dad. I'm giving up on yours.
Oh, James, wait! Oh, that's not the exit.
Well, this kid has no future.
Yes, he does. Not football.
"21-0 our scores. We welcome you back to Moon Valley High School here in Phoenix. Come in here, you're too hot. "11 minutes and 21 seconds remaining here in our first half. Outlaws, a nice kick. This one fielded at the 3-yard line. Here come the Gladiators. 20, 25, 30-yard line. And he is brought to rest. Kobe Clark brought to rest quickly there. 6 foot, 170-pound return man for the Gladiators.
Brought to rest by number 28, Jacob Reed. So far, folks, JP, the Outlaws doing whatever they want to do on offense, defense, special teams. It's been a complete performance throughout the first quarter and a little bit of change here in the second quarter. It's been a dominant performance by the champions.
It really has. They have come out here and shown that they have come to play here today. 10:45 and counting here in the second quarter. Ball at the 30-yard line for the Gladiators.
Looks like, is that a new quarterback in there? That doesn't look like Pasquale. Is that number 3? Who is that? Can you see?
That is number 13 in there for the AZ Gladiators, Deuce Pino.
5'10", 161-pound quarterback.
Pino gets the shotgun snap. He'll hand it off. Nowhere to run with the football. As number 26 was met, Jabari Cook was met by the opposing number 26 for the Outlaws. And if we can locate him here on this roster, that is John Finch coming up there and laying the lumber on the ball carrier.
Yeah, we've been preaching at the entire first quarter and part of this quarter, just the physical nature of the Outlaws. They have come to play. They look well more prepared than the Gladiators do right now, but there's still a lot of football left. The Gladiators have to find a way to get into the end zone, clearly, because they're down 21-0. They've got to match that physical nature, if not exceed what the Outlaws are bringing so far, JP.
They're going to have to, Ed. You're exactly right.
Yeah, because they're getting pushed off the ball. They're just getting manhandled everywhere.
Yes. This is the first of what we hope will be multiple games here on the Epic Sports Network from the Arizona Desert Football League, because I love to see guys that just love this game. They love to come out here and compete, and they love to leave it all on the football field, Ed.
Exactly. I love to see it, and it's
a lot of talent out here today is what I'm saying.
A lot of talent out here today.
2 receivers to each side now.
A lot of talent.
For the Gladiators. You see the camera perch right there. I love that too. Deuce Pino now back to throw. Climbs the pocket. Flushed out to his right. Pino gets loose. Still on the run, and then he's tackled for a loss by number 32 for the Outlaws. And 32 is Johnny Grant. Grant in there on the stop on the edge that time for the Phoenix Outlaws. And that'll be a loss of, we're going to call it 3 yards, so it'll bring up 2nd down and 13 now. Second down and 13 now for the Gladiators. Jabari Cook, the lone setback. 2 receivers to each side now for Deuce Pino. Snap. Pino sets the feet, goes far side. Ball falls incomplete. Trey Devontae Hinchy, his intended target, former Dysart Demon, and it falls incomplete. 5'10", 180 pounds.
Is it Tredeviante? Tredeviante.
It could be Tredeviante Hinchy.
Okay.
Got it.
Tredeviante. There we go. It's a cool name.
That's 5 syllables, Ed.
Yeah. Tredeviante. Yeah, it is 5 syllables. Young man from Dysart High School.
The Demons.
The Demons.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
7 minutes and counting here in this first half.
Boy, we'll say it until the cows come home. The Gladiators have got to get points before the half.
Absolutely. They got to get something on the board here.
Yep.
2 receivers to each side now for Deuce Pino. Shotgun snap. Far side. Caught. On the scamper. 26 still on his feet. Takes a host of Outlaws to get him on the turf. And you got to hand it to Jabari Cook right there, running tough for some hard yardage.
Yeah, nice little swing pass from Pino to Jabari Cook out there. Cook decides to change direction instead of run up the field. He decided to cut back on the inside and get a few more yards. But nice completion from QB1 to his running back / slot receiver / outside linebacker /
We got a lot of those ATH guys out here today.
Yeah.
No doubt about it.
See number 20, Anthony Garza coming in, 6 foot, 225-pounder. He's a fullback / middle linebacker / kicker / young man from Skyline High School.
Home of the Coyotes. And there you see Big 60 coming off the field right there.
Mm-hmm. Who's
for
that?
the Gladiators. That is Big Maxwell Ferris.
There he is.
6'5", 450 pounds.
Can you imagine trying to block that dude, JP?
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, my goodness, no.
About all I want to do is imagine it, Ed. They're going to punt it away now, the Gladiators. A high end-over-end kick. Bounces at the 35-yard line, checks up like a pitching wedge right there, and it's down at the 40-yard line by Octavian Joyner. So that's where the Outlaws will take over here. 5:14 remaining here in our first half.
Catch you up, folks, if you're just joining us. Marzell Green gets a kickoff return on the opening play for the Outlaws, puts them up 7-0 in the first quarter. A little bit later in the quarter, Ray Barry, I believe it's Ray Barry, has a touchdown run for the Outlaws, puts them up 14-0. And here in the second quarter, Tyree Taylor has a touchdown run at the QB1 position. With the extra point, puts them up 21-0 is where we stand right now.
Boy, this wind is absolutely whipping out here this afternoon, Ed. It started out as a pretty calm day here in the Valley of the Sun. And now the wind is gusting at least 20, 25 miles an hour here as the Outlaws run it this time out the far side, still on his feet, 30, 20, finally nudged out of bounds on the far side over there. My goodness, Johnny Collier with a run for the Outlaws. And Collier was a burst of speed there, finally forced out of bounds near the 10-yard line. But not before a huge pickup there for the Outlaws.
Yeah, JP, he gets the handoff from his QB1, Tyree Taylor, and Collier gets around that left side, around the left tackle, left guard. Great blocking by the guys up front. And as you mentioned, he uses his speed. Once he gets to the outside, gets to that edge, and gets down the sidelines, man, it's almost impossible to stop him. They did, but not without a long gain, and that puts the Outlaws in outstanding field position well within the Gladiators inside the red zone.
They finally knocked him out of bounds at the 14-yard line. 2 receivers to each side now. Low snap, under pressure, and he'll go down for the sack. Number 13 for the Outlaws. The quarterback having trouble there as Luis Ariano in there for the sack from Bel Air High School. Also played a little college ball at New Mexico Highlands University.
Mm-hmm.
So a young man with a propensity for the football, as we say.
Yep. The Gladiators are going to have to make a lot more plays like that on defense if they want to get back into this football game and stop Tyree Taylor in this offense.
Stacked trips right now for Taylor. He'll clap the hands, get the snap, give it to the up back. He's through the traffic. Still on his feet inside the 10-yard line. And a nice run there by Jay Martin. How about Martin right there? Thought he was going to break it loose for just a half a second or so.
Yeah, you thought so. But again, give props to this Outlaws offensive line. They are road grading, as we like to say.
Yes.
They're just blocking up front, making holes, and just opening things up for Jay Martin and company on offense. When they want to run, they want to throw the football. Offensive line has been strong so far for Phoenix.
The Outlaws come to the line. 3rd down and goal here. Correction, 3rd and 2. Nice crowd out here on hand as well today, Ed. Beautiful Saturday afternoon for some football. Snap to Taylor. Slant route. Falls incomplete. Intended target was number 1 for the Outlaws. Assure McMillan. And well covered that time by number 10 for the Gladiators, Trayvon Coleman. This will be 4th and short now. And as we see our official come out and indicate that we have a timeout on the field. So we'll take the timeout with them. Stay with us. We'll be back to wrap up half number 1 here for week 1 action of the Arizona Desert Football League. Stay with us. More action coming up next right here on the Epic Sports Network.
You're heading the game, son. The scout from football college is up in the stands.
Maybe you'd rather go to school for insurance.
I didn't raise no insurance, man.
But you did, Dad. Football's your passion, but mine is providing around-the-clock protection to progressive customers of Bundle Home and Auto.
Jamie, we need you out here for football.
You're giving up on your dream, James.
No, Dad. I'm giving up on yours.
Oh, James, wait! Oh, that's not the exit.
Folks, welcome back to Moon Valley High School, home of the Rockets. 1:37 left to go for the half. 21-0. The champions, the Phoenix Outlaws, are up on the AZ Gladiators, and they're threatening for more, James.
Yes, they are. Inside the red zone. The ball now 4th down and short here for the Outlaws. It sits at the 7. Tyree Taylor. They'll go out of the pistol right here. Number 11 is the running back, Jay Martin. And now I believe we have another timeout on the field, so we'll oblige. Take the timeout with them and welcome you back to Moon Valley High School after the break. Stay with us.
Communication is everything. Procom offers the most powerful, most reliable headsets on the market. Paired with our state-of-the-art coach-to-player communication tools, your team is sure to dominate. It's time to communicate like a pro. Visit us at procomheadsets.com.
Folks, we're back. The home of the Rockets, Moon Valley High School, 21-0. Phoenix Outlaws up on the AZ Gladiators. 1:37 left to go. And again, JP, it's been all Outlaws so far. Offense, defense, special teams. They have been very well prepared, and they look prepared for this game.
Yes, they do indeed, Ed. And it's really one of those things where you can tell that the Outlaws are really prepared. They've had a great offseason. They've come out here intent on what they want to do, and so far they're looking really good here in this first half.
Practically a flawless first half for the champions.
Taylor's got 2 receivers to each side now on 4th down and short. Penalty flags, early movement. And no doubt you can see the wind and the dust blowing across the field down there.
But I just hope our guy Jamal Gumo hasn't blown away up there.
Well, I think he's still up there. I hope he's still. I see him right there. There he is, right there.
Yeah.
I see him right there.
Yeah, there's Jamal. Jamal's still there.
Jamal's still hanging tough up there for us, up on top of the booth here at Moon Valley High School.
Oh man,
he's tied himself down up there with a couple ratchet straps, I think, Ed. You can see they had to turn the goalposts around here too at Moon Valley,
right,
as they were faced outward.
Probably for soccer, right?
For high school soccer season, exactly right.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so they bring in the jumbo package here now on 1st down and goal. They'll run it into the end zone and in there for the score. Number 11, I believe when the dust clears, it is number 11, Jay Martin in there for the score. And he puts the Outlaws up another 7 here, or 6 at the moment. 27-0 with the PAT pending. With just under a minute remaining here in our first half, Ed.
Wow.
And it's been a pretty quick first half so far, considering the delay we had with the start.
It has been not many penalties, you know, considering, as you mentioned, we were trying to get our referees together, so that delayed the start by about, what, an hour? But still, everything's moving quite quickly in the first half and looking for 28 points up there for the Outlaws.
Mr. Fuentes now on for the PAT. If he puts this one through, he'll be 4 of 4 on the day. Into that heavy wind, and he knocks it through. Our score with 56 seconds remaining here in our first half. The Outlaws 28 and the Gladiators 0. Stay with us. More to come after the break. You're watching Arizona Desert Football League action right here on the Epic Sports Network.
I'm Angel. My dad started Burrito Express back in 1995 with me and my brother slanging burritos out of the kitchen of our house. Today we have 8 Valley locations where you can count on authentic recipes, good prices, and a comfortable atmosphere. I've always said the burrito is the perfect food. You don't need a plate, fork, or a napkin. You grab one and off you go. Come by one of our Burrito Express locations and try you a burrito created by the man himself, Cameron Scatterboo.
Communication is everything. Procom offers the most powerful, most reliable headsets on the market. Paired with our state-of-the-art coach-to-player communication tools, your team is sure to dominate. It's time to communicate like a pro. Visit us at procomheadsets.com.
On a blustery Saturday afternoon here, right off Cactus Moon Valley High School is the scene. 28-0 Phoenix Outlaws up on the AZ Gladiators. Arizona Desert Football League action.
That's right. Our first trip here on the Epic Sports Network to the home of the 4A Moon Valley Rockets. This ball's going to be fielded at the 15-yard line. Now they go reverse. And coming near side with some blockers. A great return there. Number 23 for the Gladiators, Jonah Brewster. And how about Brewster? Watch him go right here.
Little trickeration. Colby Clark initially gets it, then he flips it to his teammate, Jonah Brewster, 6'1", 200-pound running back / quarterback / wide receiver. Great run there, great return for the Gladiators. As we mentioned, it's 40.2 seconds to go. You've got to get some sort of points, whether it's 3 points, 6, 7. You've got to get something. You've got to turn that 0 into a crooked number if you're the Gladiators going into halftime.
They got to do something here for sure.
Boy, it's dusty out here, isn't it, JP?
It absolutely is. Now the Gladiators with the ball at the 48-yard line of the Outlaws. We've got 40 seconds remaining here in this first half.
Who's QB1 now? Let's see.
All I know is these tents here in the stands are getting quite a workout. The straps are going to go on that one over there, Ed, because they got those cheap bungees on that one, but this one is not going anywhere with those expensive ratchet tie-downs right there.
Nope.
You can see that. Handoff on the play. Nowhere to run for the running back.
Tredeviante Hinchy.
Hinchy tried to get outside there, but just too much closing speed there on the edge, and a great job with outside contain for the Outlaws.
Yeah, we've said it for the entire 30 minutes of the first half. It's been all Outlaws with their physical nature, their speed, and their pursuit to the football.
Timeout on the field called by the Gladiators. So we'll see how much time they put back up on the clock.
Yeah, right now it's at 2 double zeros.
There could be maybe 10 or 12 seconds left, not sure.
Yeah, let's see what.
I can start to feel the dust in my eyes, though. That I can tell you for sure, Ed.
Me too. Let's see what the commissioner says on.
Ball's doing all right up there in this wind.
Oh, sorry.
It is definitely rolling now. Hey,
we got a friend here. Hi.
So the ball now at the after the TFL.
Jamal gave me the thumbs up. He's good.
Oh, good. A loss of 3 on the play.
This is the not the ideal day to have wind in this area where Moon Valley, there's a bunch of dust around this football field, folks.
Yes.
And that's why there's so much dust everywhere, because it is pretty much around the entire field,
yes.
everywhere.
It really is. So they've put 12 seconds back up on the clock. Gladiators now second down and long here from their own 49. Deuce Pino still in at quarterback. Pino gets the snap. Under pressure, he'll climb the pocket across midfield, and he's brought down near the 47-yard line. And that sound indicates the end of our first half of play. After 2 quarters have been played here at Moon Valley High School, it's been all Outlaws, 28-0. And obviously, Ed, this team from Phoenix came to play.
Yes, they did. 28-0, as you mentioned. It's been all offense, defense, special teams. Whatever the Phoenix Outlaws wanted to do in the first half, they did it. Again, starting off with a kickoff return for a touchdown by Marzell Green. Put them up 7-0. Ray Barry follows that up with a touchdown run. So now you get special teams and offense that put them up 14-0. Tyree Taylor in the second quarter had a touchdown run. That put them up 21-0. And then pretty much right before the half, Jay Martin gets a touchdown run with the extra point, put them up 28-0. And that's where we stand. Just a dominant performance by the Outlaws in the first half.
So we'll step aside. Halftime festivities coming up next here at Moon Valley High School. We'll see how long they give for the halftime, maybe 15 minutes. So we got a 15-minute halftime. We'll step aside, take a break ourselves, and return for second half action. You're watching Arizona Desert Football League action right here on the Epic Sports Network. Second half coming your way after the halftime break.
I'm Angel. My dad started Burrito Express back in 1995 with me and my brother slanging burritos out of the kitchen of our house. Today we have 8 Valley locations where you can count on authentic recipes, good prices, and a comfortable atmosphere. I've always said the burrito is the perfect food. You don't need a plate, fork, or a napkin. You grab one and off you go. Come by one of our Burrito Express locations and try you a burrito created by the man himself, Cameron Scatterboo.
Hey, get your head in the game, son. The scout from football college is up in the stands.
Maybe you'd rather go to school for insurance.
I didn't raise no insurance, man.
But you did, Dad. Football's your passion, but mine is providing around-the-clock protection to progressive customers who bundle home and auto.
Jamie, we need you out here for football.
You're giving up on your dream, James.
No, Dad. I'm giving up on yours.
Oh, James, wait! Oh, that's not the exit.
This kid has no future.
Yes, he does. Not football.
Blue 40, 2 videos sitting patiently right here for you to click. On my 3, woo-hoo, go!
My brother slanging burritos out of the kitchen of our house. Today we have 8 Valley locations where you can count on authentic recipes, good prices, and a comfortable atmosphere. I've always said the burrito is the perfect food. You don't try you a burrito, created by the man himself, Cameron Scatterboo.
Communication is everything. Procom offers the most powerful, most reliable headsets on the market. Paired with our state-of-the-art coach-to-player communication tools, your team is sure to dominate.
Son, the scout from football college is up in the stands.
Maybe you'd rather go to school for insurance.
I didn't raise no insurance, man.
But you did, Dad. Football's your passion, but mine is providing around-the-clock protection to progressive customers who bundle home and auto.
Jamie!
Oh, James, wait! Oh, that's not the exit.
Well, this kid has no future.
Blue 40, 2 videos sitting patiently right here for you to click. On my 3, woo-hoo, go!
We welcome you back to Moon Valley High School here in Phoenix. Second half action about to commence here for the Arizona Desert Football League. James Poovey coming to you live here on the Epic Sports Network with our outstanding Epic Sports Network crew here as well today. Myself, along with Mr. Ed Cole, Brecken and Dallas Poovey helping us out today, and Jamal Gumo manning that main camera for us up top, doing a magnificent job as always. And Ed, this should be an exciting second half of play. We appreciate you folks hanging in there with us. We had a couple delays here, but typical stuff during the first week of action.
Oh, yeah, just working out the kinks, all the technical things and having to deal with getting referees last, very last second.
That's not easy to do.
Not easy to do.
Especially when there are multiple high school playoffs happening around the Valley today, including basketball seasons, and as we get ready for baseball, softball, and track and field and all that fun stuff to start here in the Grand Canyon State.
Yeah, it's a lot going on.
It's going to be back deep to receive for the Gladiators, and of course that young man has his jersey tucked up.
Oh, yeah, good luck seeing that number.
I think I can read it on the shoulder. It's 23.
Okay.
Jonah Brewster. This one bounces. Brewster will scoop it up at the 12. Try to. Now he's going to come near side. Cut it upfield. Brewster with a head of steam. And he scoots out of a tackle across the 35-yard line and finally brought down near the 40. Head of steam. And watch this return right here. You see him get loose out of that tackle. And how about it? What a great main shot there, Ed. The sun is shining.
On a Brewster, as you mentioned, he just eludes tackles. A tackler had him. He got away from that tackle and got some really good yards. Got them set up at the 40-yard line, something the Gladiators really need. I hope they made the proper, because they're down 28-0. They've got to get some points. They've got to get back on defense and get some stops on the Outlaws, and hopefully they can get back into this game.
And a couple times during this, we're going to have to bring the folks into the broadcast booth here. We took the banner down and everything, but that's okay. We want to bring folks into the press box here in just a minute.
Oh, folks,
here on the Epic Sports Network and give you a feel of what we're working with here today. But our first trip out here, it's been a fun one so far, and we're now going to see the all-important, we talk about it every game, those halftime adjustments and what kind of adjustments these teams are going to make here in half number 2.
Exactly.
Back deep. Pino comes near side, scooped up at the 40-yard line and brought down there for no gain on the play. Gets back to the original line of scrimmage.
That was number 6, Mark Anthony Colon, the 5'7", 185-pound slot receiver that got the ball from Pino.
So it's yards to go 9. Bingo.
As we're telling our scoreboard crew here.
Clock continues to wind now. 14 minutes. Ahead of steam, straight ahead, the ball carrier for the Gladiators. That looked to be, as soon as he makes his way out of that mass of humanity.
He's trying to go through those redwoods, and then he meets number 90, J.R. Keeney. That big guy, it's hard to get around him.
3rd down and 8 now, with 13 and a half minutes remaining here in our third quarter. 2-by-1 on the outside. Now the Gladiators come out here with split backs, Ed. Pino's in the shotgun. A little RPO, he'll keep it himself. Tries to work outside of a blocker, and then he's Deuce Pino. Eddie's only 5'10", 161 pounds, but he plays a whole lot bigger than that.
He does. Tamir bring down Deuce Pino. Yeah, he does play a lot bigger than 161, doesn't he?
He sure does. 4th down and 6 now. Coming up here.
This is obviously a down they're going to go for, down 28.
And, yeah, it's going to be 4 down territory from here on out, you would have to imagine, for the Gladiators,
exactly.
Especially, trailing 28-0 right here.
Yeah, and possessions are at premium for the Gladiators down, as you mentioned, down 4 scores. They've got to take advantage of every single down they have.
They do indeed. 2-by-1 on the outside now for Deuce Pino. You hear the wind whipping across the field here at Moon Valley High School. Split backs now for the Gladiators on 4th and 6. Pino's going to ride the wave. He's tripped up there as he gets just back to the line of scrimmage.
I don't know about that call, JP.
Not too sure about that one, Ed, but regardless, It is a turnover on downs. And once again, it'll be Outlaws football. They'll be working now left to right on your screen here. 12:05 remaining here in our third quarter. And we remind you we got an event coming up next Saturday right here on the Epic Sports Network. It is the SAC Football Showcase. It's going to be live from the Arizona Christian University field at 3 p.m. next Saturday afternoon. We'll be live right here on the Epic Sports Network. That is part of the AEX National Combine. We're going to have a lot of local high school kids coming out, competing in the 40-yard dash, the L drill. They'll run a shuttle, and then they'll also get their measurements and so forth taken, I believe, by Signing Day Sports. So it's going to be an exciting event next Saturday out there at Arizona Christian.
That's cool.
Back to pass now. The Outlaws go down the field, and the ball falls incomplete. Number 12, the intended target, Kobe Clark. Oh, correction, Tariq Smith, the intended target for the Outlaws. Wrong roster there, Ed. My apologies.
Good to see the Outlaws going deep on their first play, JP. Tyree tries to hit Tariq Smith deep. Wasn't able to make that connection, but good to see them trying to stretch that Gladiators defense and see what they're made of.
Tyree Taylor in there at quarterback for the Outlaws. And I got to tell you, Ed, reminds me a lot of, looks like a little Teddy Bridgewater out there.
Yes.
It looks like to me.
That's exactly what I was going to say.
Quarterback.
Yep. Does look like Teddy a little bit, doesn't he?
Tyree in there. He's got a single back set here on 2nd down and 10. 3 receivers left, 1 to the right. They'll hand it to the up back.
Oh.
And nowhere to run with the football. Finally brought down. Tyler Neal on the attack there for the Gladiators. And you see Neal right there doing some work and finishing the playoff there in the backfield, a tackle for a loss. And this is a big 3rd and long right here for the Gladiators defense.
It absolutely is. They've got to get this 3rd down. They've got to be able to stop this offense. Again, you're down 28-0. You've got to find a way to stop this Outlaws offense, which has done exactly what they've wanted to do all game long, especially in the first half. You've got to get a stop right here and force a punting situation on 3rd and 16.
3rd down and 16 right here. 2 receivers to each side now for Taylor. From the shotgun. He'll clap the hands, get the snap, come near side. Ball's nearly caught, falls incomplete. The intended target, number 28 for the Outlaws, Jacob Reed. And well covered there by the Gladiators. And now it's decision time for the Outlaws. Do you kick it away here, Ed?
Yep. Looks
or
like it.
Do you roll the dice up 28-0?
Yeah, bringing out Ross Langer right now, so it looks like they're going to punt that football away.
Langer's going to come out indeed.
And really, there's no need to go for it on 4th and 16. You're up 28.
Not at all right here.
And your defense has played outstanding so far.
Kobe Clark back deep to receive now for the Gladiators. 11, 15, and clock out here today. I just realized that.
Yeah. That's true. There is no play clock out here, is it?
But, their first week adjustments, they're going to get things dialed up, get the hard line. The punt lands at the 28. And so the clock will stop with 10:42 remaining here in our third quarter. 28-0 the Outlaws.
Finally, now the ball is back in the offense's hands. So now if it's Deuce Pino back out there again, what is he going to do on offense to drive these guys down the field and finally get into the end zone and get that where it says home? There's like nothing there where it says home. If you can see the scoreboard, folks,
yes.
There's nothing there. They've got to get some points on the board, and then they can just go from there.
Coming to you from Putman Field here on the campus of Moon Valley High School in Phoenix. The ball is going to be spotted now at the 29-yard line.
It's a good school here, JP. We got to get this in the TNF rotation.
We got to get this on the schedule, no doubt about it. We had the Moon Valley Rockets on Thursday Night Football over at Thunderbird.
That's right.
2 years ago now, I guess it was. But we have not been over here to Moon Valley until today. A snap to Pino. Now he hands it to the up back. Room to run, and a nice gain on the play there by Tredeviante Hinchy.
Tredeviante
Hinchy. See, I messed it up again, Ed.
Remember, 5 syllables.
Yes. How could I mess that up, by the way? It's only 5 syllables long.
Yeah. At some point, though, JP, you would figure the Gladiators, they've got to go deep. They can't just continue to nickel and dime with these running plays.
True.
You've got to find a way to stretch this defense of the Outlaws. You're down 28. You got to throw the football.
Absolutely right. They've got to take some shots down the field right here because with 9.5 minutes, approach 9.5 minutes remaining here in our third quarter, time not on the side of the Gladiators right now, being down 28-0. Split backs now for Pino. He'll give it. Coming near side. A nice defensive stand right there for the Outlaws as they absolutely swarm the ball carrier, James Robinson. 5'10", 165 pounds, but Ed, a ton of white jerseys just converging on the football.
What did I just say like 15 to 20 seconds ago? Throw the football. You
gotta take some shots.
You see this running game is not working right now because the Outlaws defense, they're swarming to the football. These guys are playing, it's like one player, it looks like 5 players.
Yes.
It's like, my gosh. Or 5 players look like 10. That's how many guys it feels like coming after the offense. You've got to throw this football. You've got to get a stretch offense and extend this picture time. You've got to extend this defense for Phoenix.
First obligatory selfie of the day, folks, at 8:35 of quarter number 3 here. But I wanted to get it in, Ed. 2-by-2 on the outside now for the Gladiators.
3rd and 11 for the Gladiators.
3rd down and 11 here. Clock continues to wind. They'll roll out to the right. Pino will try to set the feet, and he's going to go down for the sack. On the hunt that time, number 97, David Satterfield, in there for the Outlaws. And I believe Satterfield was going to maybe get credit for that sack, but I tell you what, that's what you want to see from your defense right there is multiple jerseys converging on the football.
Yeah, jerseys, nonstop pursuit from number 97.
Yes.
You saw that, but at least I like the fact that they lined up to throw the football. Didn't work, but at least they tried to throw the football.
Yes.
Yes.
As you hear the wind continue to howl here at Putman Field. We hope you're having a great weekend. And, Ed, it's that time of year when pro football's over.
Yep.
You come to Saturdays and, you know, there's basketball and hockey on, but you're missing the football. And it's great to be out here doing some football with you today.
Right.
And, folks, we hope you're enjoying watching the ball game here. We got to get on the YouTube comments and give some shout-outs here, Ed.
Oh, we do.
In this second half. I've got to have the computer under the table, unfortunately, here because
we don't want
of
it
the
to overheat.
sunlight situation here.
Yep.
But I'm going to try to get on my phone here in a minute and see who's checking in with us. Make sure you get online and get in the YouTube comments. Let us know who you're watching here today, and we'd like to shout you out and let us know where you're watching the ball game from, more importantly. If you're here in the Valley locally or maybe you're out of town somewhere, a little trouble with a punt. They're going to get it off, and the Outlaws will field it right there. Number 6 on the reception, Gus Owens. And so now the Outlaws are going to go back on offense here.
That was a good job by the punter for the Gladiators, right, JP? Fumbled the snap, but he was still able to get a kickoff. Luckily, he didn't get tackled or he got it blocked or anything. He was able to get the ball away with his leg.
So a lot of folks here checking in here on this broadcast. So we'd love to shout you out once again. Let us know. It looks like the Crazed Armadillo says, comeback season, go Gladiators. Got a lot of Gladiators fans on here. Erlene Jones is watching her nephew play today. Nye says, let's go Outlaws. And so you can see the obvious following there, Ed, for the Phoenix Outlaws.
Yeah, the Outlaws are going so far. They are. Early and Jones. Come on, Gladiators, let's play.
This guy's got a bet going. I wonder if this game's on Betfred Sports today, Ed. Who knows? 3-by-1 on the outside now. They hand it off, a bruising run there across the 45-yard line. And that is Dedrick Godlin. And watch Godlin just lower the headgear here, spin cycle right there in the middle of the field. Good-looking stuff out to the 46-yard line.
Oh, yeah.
They're going to actually spot it now at the 47. Make it 47.5. 2nd down and 7 here.
Clock continues to run, 5:40 to go, 28-0. The Outlaws in comfortable command.
Movement early, and so that is going to be a false start assessed. And folks, once again, check in and let us know where you're watching the ball game from today. How about that shot right there? That's pretty crystal clear, my friend.
Really good shot.
That is a good-looking stuff right there.
A lot of love for the Outlaws in that chat, though, James.
There is. Outlaws are definitely getting the love right now on the YouTube comments. Make sure and check in and let us know where you're watching today's game from. 2x2 on the outside now for the Outlaws. Pump fake. Over the middle. Ball falls incomplete. Intended target was number 5, Billy Sewing Jr. And I wonder if Billy is any relation to Tavion Sewing, who played wide receiver out at Red Mountain High School just a couple short years back. So we'll see.
If anybody knows that in the chat, let us know.
Nye says, let's go number 7.
Oh, it's Gadlin. Okay.
Gadlin. Okay.
Okay.
Our mistake. In our defense, we have a handwritten roster here submitted by the Phoenix Outlaws.
The A does look
Gadlin.
like an O.
Okay, got
Dedrick
you.
Gadlin.
Gadlin.
It is an A. It looks like an O. I'm sorry.
Dedrick running with bad intentions right there. 3rd down and long here for the Outlaws. Low snap. Taylor climbs the pocket. He's going to direct traffic. He's under pressure. The Gladiators are coming. He picks up a block on the backside, somehow gets the ball downfield, and still going. Unbelievable. Outlaws somehow might have gotten a first down after all of that.
Wow. Tyree Taylor looking like, is there a flag out there?
A penalty flag on the play, huh, Ed?
Did they call a hold on that?
Not quite sure.
Outlaws are backing up. You would think as long as Tyree Taylor was back there had to be a hold on the offensive line somewhere.
As much running around as he did in that backfield that time, I tell you what. But how about the wherewithal, eyes down the field, shoulder square the entire time.
Yeah.
Taylor with the eyes looking, finding the open man, and then able to deliver a dart into the wind, by the way, here at Putman Field.
As you can hear the wind whipping through the microphones, folks. But he did his best Lamar Jackson impression, didn't he?
Yeah, it was very Lamar-esque. Maybe just a couple clicks. 2 receivers to each side now here for Taylor. On 3rd and Tonopah here for the Outlaws. You knew I had to get it in once a game, man. It doesn't matter the level, division, etc. Taylor under pressure. He's going to go down for the sack. Big fella, ball hawking in there. Number 49, Luis Ariano, 6', 275, out of Bel Air High School, and laying the smack down there in the backfield.
It was a penalty on the Outlaws that the Gladiators declined. I didn't see what the penalty was, but they picked up the flag and declined it.
Probably a hold, so they're going to want to go ahead and force that 4th down and long.
Oh,
here
yeah.
And fight long.
Yeah, they'll take that sack over the penalty. Okay, see some signs of life from the Gladiators in the second half, but still they're down 28-0. They got to get some points.
Still got to get some points.
That's
on
the
the board.
bottom line. You got to get on the board.
4th down here now. They're going to punt it away. We got Joanne Satterwhite watching from Wichita, Kansas. And we got some folks watching from Idaho Falls, Idaho.
She's going for
watching Anthony Garza. And we got Elijah Monet watching from Texas. I'd love to know where in Texas. Ball's loose in the end zone there, Ed. And he's able to kick it out. So we're going to see how this all plays out. I'm not sure exactly what the rule is on that. And how about this? Your neck of the woods there in Laurel, Maryland.
Yes. Okay, Earlene, I see you back in Laurel, back home in the DMV. So, Joanne, she's checking in with Drummage. So, Joanne, is that your son, your nephew, brother possibly? I don't know.
Let us know.
Drummage.
And
it's a cool name, Drummage Satterwhite.
And Delijah, we need to know where in Texas you're from, as I'm from the Dallas area. So I got to know where. So hit us up on that and let us know.
It's all about Texas.
It's always all about Texas, Ed. You should know that by now. 28, it's all about the Outlaws here today in this one. I tell you what, they came to play. And we got some information that this team was supposed to be in a California league. And unfortunately, I think that got canceled or something. The rug got pulled out from underneath that somehow. And here they are, the Phoenix Outlaws, multiple Arizona Desert Football League champions.
Yes.
Back at it here in 2025.
And you can see why. They're looking like champions today.
They do. They look like they don't rebuild that. They just reload.
Yep, they just reload.
Yep. So good stuff here. Things have kind of cooled off briefly here for a moment, I'd say, with the sun shifting toward the west.
But that breeze hasn't shifted off, has it?
The breeze has not stopped whatsoever. We've actually had to turn that crowd mic down a couple times. We've got Rochala Cervantes checking in from Colorado.
Oh.
Appreciate you checking in with us. Number 14, Kirk Sparks on the Outlaws. She's watching.
Trying to find him.
14. Where's old Kirk?
Where's 14 on this
Kirk.
handwritten roster?
Man, I don't see him.
I don't see him 14.
He made the air and got a shout out. He didn't even make the roster.
Yeah,
Ed. That's how things happen.
Oh, there he is. Kirk Sparks the
third.
third. There he is.
Kirk Sparks the third.
Yep. So we should take a snapshot of this this roster and tweet it out so you can see what we're working with.
I think we'll definitely do that today at some point.
This is one we've never seen before.
In fact, when you have a chance, put that down and get a snapshot of it really quick.
This is
if you would.
This is definitely a new one for us.
We so appreciate you tuning in here today on the Epic Sports Network. We hope you're having a great weekend. Game was a little slow getting on the air, but we finally got things up and running here and kicked off right about, I want to say it was 1:45, maybe 1:50 p.m. local time. Back deep to receive now for the Gladiators. It'll be number 23, Jonah Brewster.
Well, the question is, if they're kicking the ball off, did they score?
It must have been a safety.
Was it? It must have been.
Yes.
I think it was a safety. Okay. So then it's 30-0 or 20.
Oh, it should be 28 to 2.
28 to 2.
28 to 2 should be the score.
Yep. Because they did get a safety. Okay.
If that was indeed a safety, which I believe it was.
Which is why they're kicking off. Yeah. 28 to 2. There you go.
And there's so much wind here, I'm getting strangled by my press pass.
The investigative reporter.
Yes,
press
investigative reporter for the DFL. That is me. I love this, Ed. And you see it says official right there.
Yep. With him.
Here comes Clark, and he just slipped up as he tried to cut it back inside.
Oh, he wanted more. He wanted more, but the turf monster got him.
Here today inside the booth at Moon Valley High School. I got my two boys here with us as well. They're doing the running the replays and running the score bug for us. Back to pass all the way across to the other side of the field and scored.
Yeah, he read Brad Pasquale's eyes and his body motion where he wanted to go the entire time. All he did was jump that route that we always talk about. Great eyes, great vision, great field.
Delijah checking in from H-Town. We know that's Houston, Ed.
Houston, Texas.
Richard Barnes from Clinton, Maryland.
Okay, Clinton. I see the DMV.
We got Michelle Mathis from Phoenix. Son retired from the Outlaws. But she is a loyal fan and still tuning in to watch the broadcast. Ed. We love it. Love it.
Thank you for the support.
Great stuff, right? Which starts up for us in just a few short weeks up in Prescott Valley. The UFL is now an option for some of these guys.
Yes. And the thing about technology like this, you can watch it on YouTube. Any coaches on at any of these league levels, they can watch this film and say, okay, well, I like this young man. I like this young man. Let me reach out to him. Let me find a way to get him in for a tryout for my team. So there's so many different avenues that these young men can go to, folks, if they want to continue to live out their dreams of being a professional football player. Okay, help me, JP. Is it 35 to 2 on the scoreboard? It says 42 to 2.
Hold on.
Oh, really? We're trying to get what the commissioner is relaying. We're trying to get the scoreboard fixed. 145. It says 42 to 2. We're fixing it. But with the pick six, shouldn't it be 35 to 2?
There was a flag? Okay.
So that pick six didn't count?
I think we're good now, yeah. 28-2 is our score.
Oh, okay. It didn't count, okay.
As unfortunately we've lost our main camera for a moment. That's great. Oh, man. Try to get that fixed up for you here. 2nd down and 10 now. Pressure, ball's out. Outlaws scoop it up. And they're going to get a scoop and score right there. Number 2, Jalen Grant. And I apologize, folks, as we've lost our main camera for a moment there, and we didn't get that shot for you, but Jalen Grant doing a great job there, and scoop and score for the Outlaws.
Once again, that pressure from that Outlaws defense on Brad Pasquale, there's nowhere he can go because he is being engulfed by Outlaws defenders. And then he fumbles the football. And then, as you mentioned, Jalen Grant, Johnny on the spot, picks the football up in perfect position to grab the football. It's not like he had to do something crazy to get the football. He just grabbed the football, ran the football in for the touchdown, got him up now 34-2, pending the extra point.
50 seconds remaining here in our third quarter. Trying to get that main shot back for you, folks.
Yeah, we're going to get that main camera reset for you folks. 50.3 left to go. We'll talk you through it. 34-2, extra point coming through. And it's good. So the Outlaws go up 33 points now, 35-2, in complete command after that scoop and score by number 2, Jalen Grant.
Let's get on the booth camera here, Ed.
We haven't
What do
done
you
it all
say?
day.
Let's give some folks a shot
us
at what we're dealing with here.
Line us up. Are we lined
inside.
up?
How are we looking there? How are we doing? Let's go to the booth shot. There we go. Let's welcome you inside the broadcast booth here at Moon Valley High School. James Poovey alongside my broadcast partner, Mr. Ed Cole. And the Outlaws came to play 35-2 right now, Ed, with just under a minute remaining here in our third quarter.
Yeah. Is it coming? Okay. As we mentioned, just offense, defense, special teams. You start off with a special teams kickoff return for the Outlaws, and they never look back. After the opening play of the game, they take it back to the house for a kickoff return. And then the defense came strong, and the offense came strong, which is why they are in the position where they are up 33 over the Gladiators.
Yeah, good stuff here from Moon Valley High School in Phoenix. We're going to step aside, take a brief commercial timeout, see if we can get you that main shot back and get you more action right here on the Epic Sports Network. Stay with us. Oh, man, I can't do
out of the kitchen of our house. Today, Valley locations where you can count on authentic recipes, good prices, and a comfortable atmosphere. I've always said the burrito is the perfect food. You don't need a plate, fork, or a napkin. You grab one, and off you go. Come by one of our Burrito Express locations and try you a burrito created by the man himself, Cameron Scatterboo.
Let me see. Oh, it's back.
Back. Yep. Yeah. Back.
Folks, looks like our feed is back as the Outlaws kick off the football. Gladiators get a return right here. 47 seconds to go and counting as the Gladiators run the football back, try to get themselves in good field position as we come toward the end of the third quarter. They're down 33 points, 35-2. If you're just joining us, folks, Jalen Grant for the Outlaws just had a scoop and score a few minutes ago to put them up 34-2. The extra point was good. They can get 35-2, JP, so it's been a dominant performance for the Phoenix Outlaws.
It is indeed. 39 seconds remaining here in our third quarter, and what's been an outstanding afternoon of football here from Putman Field on the campus of Moon Valley High School in Phoenix. Folks watching from Phoenix, let us know where you're watching this ball game from. We got folks checking in from Idaho Falls, Colorado. Let's see if we can tell who the furthest away is watching this game here today during this fourth quarter. So let us know, and we'll see if we can figure out who is watching from the most distance.
I think so far, my folks back in the DMV, my home area.
So far they're winning. You're exactly right.
They got to be the furthest away. My people in Clinton and all they're back in Maryland. Largo. Oh, Largo, Maryland.
Old stomping grounds right there.
Yep.
I'm more of a Fells Point guy myself.
Yes,
but,
Fells Point.
Had some fun out there back in the early 2000s.
You can have a lot of fun at Fells Point.
Yes, you can. 39 seconds remaining here in this third quarter. Arizona Desert Football League action on the air here on the Epic Sports Network.
Yeah, this league has a lot of potential for growth, doesn't it, JP?
It really does.
Under the leadership of Mr. Tanner, Ben Tanner, the owner and commissioner of the league.
Yes, doing a great job out here.
And this young
filling
man
in right now as a back judge.
And he's passionate about it, JP.
Yes.
You and I talked to him for a couple minutes before as we were setting up. This young man is all about his league and it performing well.
Absolutely right. Swing pass now falls incomplete.
That 26.
And that was number 26,
Jabari
Cook out there, the intended target for the Gladiators.
Jabari's played pretty well today for the Gladiators.
He really has.
Yeah, granted, hasn't turned into much on the scoreboard. They've only got 2 points, but Jabari has played really well today.
2nd down and 10 here. .38 seconds remaining here in the 3rd quarter. From the shotgun. Low snap. Nowhere to go with the football, and he is ridden down to the turf right there. Brad Pasquale, 6'3", 235 pounds, trying to make his way through traffic there with just too many white jerseys that got him swallowed up there.
It just sounds like a recurring theme all afternoon.
It does.
Doesn't it, JP?
Yes.
The Outlaws have gotten back in that backfield. Hasn't let Pasquale do anything. Hasn't let Deuce Pino do anything as we come to the end of the 3rd quarter, mercifully for the Gladiators.
We've reached the end of our 3rd quarter here on the Epic Sports Network. We'll be back after a brief commercial timeout with 4th quarter action. You're watching the Arizona Desert Football League live right here on the Epic Sports Network. Stay with us. 4th quarter is up next.
Get your head in the game, son. The scout from football college is up in the stands.
Maybe you'd rather go to school for insurance.
I didn't raise no insurance, man.
But you did, Dad. Football's your passion, but mine's providing around-the-clock protection to progressive customers who bundle home and auto.
Jamie, we need you out here for football.
You're giving up on your dream, James.
No, Dad. I'm giving up on yours.
Oh, James, wait! Oh, that's not the exit.
Is everything. Procom offers the most powerful, most reliable headsets on the market. Paired with our state-of-the-art coach-to-player communication tools, your team is sure to dominate. It's time to communicate like a pro. Visit us at procomheadsets.com.
Folks, welcome back to Moon Valley High School, home of the Rockets, 35-2. The Phoenix Outlaws, the champions, are up on the Arizona Gladiators as we hit the final 15 minutes of the first game of the season of the Arizona Desert Football League.
Can you believe it, Ed?
Yes, I can.
3 quarters in the books here from Moon Valley High School in Phoenix.
As you mentioned, yeah, JP, the Super Bowl's over a couple weeks ago where we've got the scouting combine going on in Indianapolis. So there's no shortage of football. People love football. We all do. So I'm glad that JP and I and our crew can bring you just a little bit more football to satiate your appetite for football.
My appetite has to be satiated for football.
Yes.
I will be honest with you. Because it's as you know, Ed, it's pretty much a year-round thing for us.
Yes.
We start in March. I think this might be the first time we've done it in February before, I believe, right?
Yeah.
Or is this the first time we've done football in February?
Before the Wranglers? I don't know.
I don't know. Usually we do a couple high school events, a couple all-star high school events in January, and now we've got this going on here in February.
Yeah.
So all good things.
Yep. To get us
as
ready
it relates to football.
Get us ready for indoor football.
2-by-1 on the outside now for Pasquale. Low snap. Sets the feet. Goes to the air. He's got a man. It falls incomplete. His target was number 12, Kobe Clark. And Eric Gwynn providing outstanding coverage right here for the Gladiators.
Just a jump ball situation.
Or for the Outlaws, excuse me.
That's okay. Just a jump ball, one of those one-on-one battles between Kobe Clark and Eric Gwynn, but Gwynn got the best of that. Pasquale finally had some protection back there where he was able to wait and throw the football. He hasn't had much time all day, so at least he had time to throw the football on that play, on that down.
Checking out Pasquale right now on the sideline, looking good in those Jordan cleats right there. I love those on number 11.
Oh, yeah, those are tight.
And we haven't talked about the head coach of the Arizona Gladiators yet today. A lady that we're familiar with from the Northern Arizona Wranglers in her time up there during our inaugural season in 2021.
Yeah.
Fourth down now. They're going to punt it away here. Is that number 6 back deep for the Outlaws? Gus Owens? Anyway, the ball is squibbed. And so we'll see exactly what they decide to do here.
Yeah, JP, you mentioned coach and owner of the AZ Gladiators, Amber Dirks.
Amber Dirks, yes.
Yeah, she was with us with the Northern Arizona Wranglers in our first season.
That's right. She was up there with us in Prescott Valley. And the Northern Arizona Wranglers will kick off the 2025 regular season 4 weeks from tonight in Prescott Valley, Arizona, as we host Fisher's Freight, a brand new indoor football league franchise coached by the legendary head coach Dixie Wooten.
Yeah, that's going to be a fun one.
It's going to be great to check in with him again, and we hope to visit with him before that ball game on the 29th of March.
I know the folks in Fishers, Indiana, they cannot wait for that night.
Stacks trips left now here for the Outlaws. Low snap, trouble with the snap, and it's going to be a loss on the play there as Anthony Garza screaming in there from the Gladiators, disrupting things there in the backfield for number 13, Tyree Taylor.
Yeah, not much is going right for the Gladiators all afternoon, but at least that play went right on defense, that Tyree Taylor was not able to take that snap properly from his center, and Anthony Garza and a couple other guys were able to pounce on the quarterback and bring him down.
So this will be a 2nd down and 13 now. Stacked trips left here for Taylor. They'll go out of the pistol here on 2nd down and long. And now he'll change the play and go under center. Taylor will hand it off. Stretch play, right side 30, 25. Finally cut down near the 20-yard line. That is Jay Martin. Too late now. And Martin getting out there on the outside, doing a nice job. And you could see Taylor got up to the line of scrimmage right there, saw something that opened up there on that right-hand side outside that D gap, Ed, and said, let's go with the stretch play there, and Martin made him pay.
Yeah, let me let my guy, number 11, Jay Martin, use his speed to get to the outside and gets some pretty good yards. Got them a 1st down and 10.
Timeout on the field, so we'll step aside and take that timeout with them. You are watching Arizona Desert Football League action right here on the Epic Sports Network. Back after this brief commercial timeout for more 4th quarter action. Stay with us.
Hey, get your head in the game, son. The scout from football college is up in the stands.
Maybe you'd rather go to school for insurance.
I didn't raise no insurance, man.
But you did, Dad. Football's your passion, but mine's providing around-the-clock protection to progressive customers who bundle home and auto.
Jamie, we need you out here for football.
You're giving up on your dream, James.
No, Dad. I'm giving up on yours.
Oh, James, wait! Oh, that's not the exit.
Well, this kid has no future.
Yes, he does.
Welcome back to Moon Valley High School. Again, home of the Rockets, 35-2. The Phoenix Outlaws lead the AZ Gladiators. 11:08 left to go in this first game of the Arizona Desert Football League season.
3-by-1 on the outside now for Tyree Taylor. Claps the hands. Hands it off to Martin. Up the gut. Martin still on his feet across the 5. And down near the goal line goes Jay Martin. And you can see the acceleration running behind the pads right there. Nice job putting that football away and just churning those legs.
That is strong power running, JP, as they line up again right now. Just takes it straight up that A gap we talk about in between the center and the left guard and right guard. That's the A gap right there. Jay Martin hits it perfectly, gets a huge gain as they are that much closer to pay dirt.
Taylor now from the shotgun. First down and goal. 3-by-1 on the outside. Martin the lone setback. Martin gets the call, and he is pounded there as he gets close to the goal line. The defense swarming in there for the AZ Gladiators. Nice job at the point of attack there up front and standing strong there in the middle. Nice job there by that interior defensive line.
Oh, yeah, number 45, Antonio Rustin, 6 foot, 270-pound defensive lineman. Him and a couple of his other brethren, the Gladiator defensive linemen, they got in there and stopped Jay Martin. They had to stand him up. They had to put him down. Otherwise, he's probably going to just trot right into the end zone, straight up the middle again for possibly another score.
Second and goal here for the Outlaws. From the 1-yard line. An offset eye look right here. Taylor hands it to the up back, and he's swallowed up immediately there by the defense for the Gladiators. Joe Gonzalez in there, the defensive end, doing a great job squeezing that down right there, Ed, and not allowing the crease to widen and allow the back to get through for a score.
Exactly. Gonzalez, 6'2", 235-pound defensive end. He's also really good on special teams for the Gladiators.
Yes. Third and goal right here for the Outlaws. Can the Gladiators hold them out of the end zone?
It's a nice defensive stand so far for the Gladiators, James.
It is. 8:45 and counting here in the fourth.
They're holding up strong. Can they stop them at least one more time? Was that third? Is it third?
No. Snap. Handoff to Martin. Martin bounces it outside and into the end zone for the touchdown. Jay Martin. Out of a two-back set. Number 7 doing a nice job in there with a seal block. Dedrick
Gadlin. There you go.
Getting in there and getting up to that second level, and then Martin just does the rest, bouncing it outside, gets around the corner, and in there for the score.
Jay Martin's second rushing touchdown of the game. He had his first one in the second quarter, so he's having a game, bucking for that player of the game status.
He is indeed. We're going to have the player of the game join us up here in the booth after today's game as well, so make sure you stay with us for that right here on the Epic Sports Network. And right now, a couple contenders for the Outlaws. We'll have to be talking about that here in just a few minutes, Ed.
I know. Or could we get to have the chat tell us who they want as their player of the game? Jump in that chat, folks, on the YouTube. Tell us who you want as your player of the game. So far, yeah, Jay Martin's bucking for it so far. Tyree Taylor, the quarterback, is playing really well. So it could be any number of players for this Outlaws team.
Yeah, we're going to have to whittle that list down here.
Javier Fuentes, patiently waiting for that extra point.
Mr. Fuentes, I believe, has been perfect today on PATs.
Yes, even in this wind.
Even in this 30-mile-an-hour gust of wind.
And you can see this goalpost is crooked.
Yes.
If he nails this one in a crooked goalpost.
There it is. It's up.
Did he get it? Yes,
and
he got it.
It's good.
Of course.
Let's run the replay on that just because this young man has been perfect today on his PATs right here, Ed. There it is. Swings the right leg through. There was somebody coming there at that last moment, but he was able to get it up and through. And just like that, our score, the Outlaws 42 and the Gladiators 2. Commercial timeout, and we'll return for more fourth quarter action right here on the Epic Sports Network. I tell you what sounds real good right now, Ed, a burrito from Burrito Express.
Mm-hmm.
I'm Angel. My dad started Burrito Express back in 1995 with me and my brother slanging burritos out of the kitchen of our house. Today we have 8 Valley locations where you can count on authentic recipes, good prices, and a comfortable atmosphere. I've always said the burrito is the perfect food. You don't need a plate, fork, or napkin. You grab one and off you go. Come by one of our Burrito Express locations and try you a burrito created by the man himself, Cameron Scatterboo.
Procom offers the most powerful, most reliable headsets on the market. Paired with our state-of-the-art coach-to-player communication tools, your team is sure to dominate. It's time to communicate like a pro. Visit us at procomheadsets.com.
Folks, welcome back. 5:08 and counting. Left to go, 42-2. The Outlaws are in complete control of the Gladiators as they have been from the very first play of this game.
I think it's fair enough to say that at this point, Ed.
I'm just typing some comments in the YouTube as we call a game. Got to be able to multitask, JP.
The kick is away. It'll sail into the end zone for a touchback. And so the clock will stop with 4:30 remaining here in the fourth quarter. 4:32 remaining here in our fourth quarter. And we want to shout out Miss Joanne Satterwhite. Thank you so much for your kind words. We certainly appreciate it, and we are definitely glad you have enjoyed today's broadcast.
Also, Mrs. Davina Cook, thank you. Of course, I just responded to them, but it's
good.
Well
done.
It's okay to verbally tell them as well.
Absolutely.
Yeah, because not everybody's in the chat, you know.
Right. We certainly appreciate you guys tuning in here as we are in this wind tunnel here in the press box of Moon Valley High School.
Boy, JP, I'll tell you that this Gladiators offensive line, they've got some big dudes out there.
They really do.
Number 60, number 50.
It's crazy.
These guys. Maxwell Ferris.
Crazy.
Dude's 450. Joshua Mills, 415.
Unbelievable.
Number 52, how big?
415.
Lawrence Sanchez, he's 5'8", 335. Wow.
You know what's great, though, is these guys love the game. Look at Marcus Tayama. 6'4", 315, played at Ironwood High School over there for the Eagles, and also played a little football over there for Coach Nesbitt at Ottawa University, Arizona.
Mm-hmm.
So these guys they're still trying to get it done.
Yep. They still want to live out their dreams.
You love to see it.
Vanessa, shout out Joe Gonzalez. Of course, is that your brother, your son? Tell us who that is.
Handoff coming near side, and nowhere to run with the football right there. Number 31 that time, Rafael Pozo Nieves. I believe he got the call that time for the Gladiators.
See the Outlaws guys out there having a good time, celebrating, enjoying each other.
Always a great time.
Gus Owens having a good time out there with his boys.
And, of course, today's replay is presented to you by Procom Headsets. We appreciate their proud support. And we're going to work something out with Procom Headsets for the fall Arizona high school football season.
Oh, yes,
That's
sir.
That's going to be good stuff right there. And Vanessa Gonzalez checking in here.
Her little brother.
Her little brother.
Okay.
Playing out here today. Good stuff.
Little brother's playing well.
I formation and then a absolute slobber knocker there in the backfield.
Gosh.
Courtesy of number 4 for the Outlaws.
Let's find number 4 in this roster.
My goodness. He came in there and lowered the boom, Ed.
Oh, Tyler Molesky.
Tyler Molesky in there getting it done.
Wow.
For the Outlaws.
Talk about shooting through the line like a missile.
Man. Talk about shooting that gap, right? A minute and a half remaining here in the ball game, folks. So glad you tuned in today. And make sure you join us as we hope to be back here once again doing some more Arizona Desert Football League action. And don't forget, there's another game coming up right after this one right here on Putman Field, Ed.
Yeah. The league just moves on. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of growth, a lot of great things that's going to happen with this league, JP.
I believe so.
Just give it some time.
It takes that time, though, doesn't it, Ed?
It does.
You got to develop the product. You got to have the players and the coaches to help you do so. Number 1 in at quarterback now.
Is it Elias? Is it Thud?
Elias Thud in there. And speaking of thud, you're going to see a thud right here on this one. Coming in there and absolutely coming off the top rope.
Man, I'll tell you. There's been a lot
on the quarterback.
Been a lot of thuds on the Gladiators from the Outlaws today.
The clock continues to wind. Actually, they'll stop the clock now. With 25.8 seconds remaining.
Miss Vanessa, we appreciate you being at work. She says she's been watching since the beginning. She's at work. That's how dedicated she is to watch her little brother play.
We love it.
To watch Joe play. She's at work. She's handling business. Trying to get trying to make some money, get the bills paid, keep food on the table. But she's gonna still watch her little brother play football.
Not everybody gets weekends off like you, Ed. So some people have to work on the weekends, and you know how that goes, right?
Yes. We're about to find out in a couple of weeks, aren't we?
Oh, I know.
Every Saturday.
We're going to be working every weekend for a little while
Every weekend until December?
Yes. We fire that thing up again in another month.
Oh, my
It seems
gosh.
like it hasn't even shut down yet.
No.
From the high school season. And we'll also have, coming up in April, the Arizona Sports Hall of Fame induction ceremony right here for you live on the Epic Sports Network.
Nice.
And some outstanding inductees I saw the other day, Ed. I'm trying to remember who exactly I saw on that list. I know Michael Bidwell is being inducted.
Yes, Mr. Bidwell's on there
this year.
Mm-hmm. Some really big names
so
on there.
We'll be talking to him. We'll be talking to him on the red carpet if you're available to join us on Thursday night, April 10th.
April 10th.
And as Mr. Cole checks his calendar here, as you know, we are we have to see where we slide in here on April the 10th. See if we can get into Ed's calendar. A run on the play there out across the 20-yard line. And we'll cue up that replay one more time for you here. A little swing pass. Caught out on the perimeter there. And we got a couple players taking a knee over there on the 20-yard line.
Who is that?
As we were about down to 30 seconds or so remaining here in the ball game. One thing we definitely don't want is anyone to get hurt here in this last, basically meaningless 30 seconds of the ball game.
I want to say, was that number 14? I'm trying to look on the roster for the Outlaws. Is there a 14 on here?
Great-looking playing surface here as well at Moon Valley High School, Ed.
Oh, number 14, Kirk Sparks III, if that is him. I believe I saw that from my binoculars. This is a great playing surface, absolutely.
So, player of the game.
Can we go against QB1 or do we go with Jay Martin with his 2 rushing touchdowns?
I think we got to give it to Martin. 2 rushing touchdowns.
Yeah.
Our player of the game is number 11, running back Jay Martin for the Phoenix Outlaws. So we're going to see if we can get him up in there in the booth following the conclusion of the contest today. Who can we send down there to round up number 11?
Send Brecken down there?
We'll send Brecken Poovey down there to grab number 11 on the Outlaws. All right, Dallas can help you get him wrangled up here to the booth as he is our Epic Sports Network player of the game. And we got
Black Ladybug Jones
watching the nephew in the semi. Number 7, Dedrick Gadlin. Or is it Dedrick?
Is it Dedrick or Dedrick?
Listen, if I say it Dedrick, it's Dedrick.
I think
if
it's
I say Dedrick, it's Dedrick.
I believe it's Dedrick.
Guaranteed.
It's Dedrick?
Dedrick.
Okay.
All right, got it.
Okay. Yeah, I definitely got to take a picture of this roster, and you guys got to see this on Twitter, what we're working with.
Get both sides of it. Make sure you get both sides.
This is an original.
That piece of paper has survived 4 quarters of football.
I may have to frame this guy.
Yes.
This is
That is a first, Ed. I got to say, that is a first.
Oh.
In the backfield, tackle for a loss right there.
Speaking of Gonzalez, there's Joe Gonzalez with a tackle in the backfield.
As the last 20 seconds are going to run off the clock here.
Vanessa, you got to be happy about that. Your little brother?
They're going to try to get one more playoff here, I believe, before we go final. 8, 7, 6. They're able to get one away now. Taylor's flushed out of the pocket. The final horn has sounded, and Taylor's going to scramble for the final play of the football game.
Actually, that was Assure McMillan.
Oh, Assure McMillan in there at quarterback. My mistake. And you see McMillan right there running with authority out near the 20-yard line, and that's how this one will end. Our final score from Putman Field at Moon Valley High School. The Phoenix Outlaws get the win 42-2 over the AZ Gladiators. We're going to send the boys down there to grab number 11, Jay Martin, from the Phoenix Outlaws. We'll see if we can get our Epic Sports Network player of the game up here in the booth in just a little bit, Ed. But what a display of football here today for the team clad in white.
Wow, what an outstanding game by the Outlaws. A complete performance, as we mentioned, all game long. 60 minutes of outstanding football. From the beginning, from the very first play of the game, they set the tone with a kickoff return for a touchdown by Marzell Green. And after that, they never looked back. Their defense got on point. Their offense was strong, and they just continued. They never relented. They never let up on the AZ Gladiators. And, of course, the score, as you can see, 42-2, a 40-point blowout victory over AZ.
Indeed. Let's take a brief commercial timeout and return for our post-game show here on the Epic Sports Network. The Gladiators fall 42-2 to the the Phoenix Outlaws. We'll be back with our post-game show, and we'll hope to catch up with number 11, our player of the game, Jay Martin. Stay with us after a brief commercial timeout.
Hey, get your head in the game, son. The scout from football college is up in the stands.
Maybe you'd rather go to school for insurance.
I didn't raise no insurance, man.
But you did, Dad. Football's your passion, but mine is providing around-the-clock protection to progressive customers who bundle home and auto.
Jamie, we need you out here for football.
You're giving up on your dream, James.
No, Dad. I'm giving up on yours.
Oh, James, wait! Oh, that's not the exit.
This kid has no future.
Yes, he does. Not football.
Blue 40, 2 videos sitting patiently right here for you to click. On my 3, woohoo, go!
What up, homies? I'm Angel. My dad started Burrito Express back in 1995 with me and my brother slanging burritos out of the kitchen of our house. Today we have 8 Valley locations where you can count on authentic recipes, good prices, and a comfortable atmosphere. I've always said the burrito is the perfect food. You don't need a plate, fork, or napkin. You grab one, and off you go. Come by one of our Burrito Express locations and try you a burrito created by the man himself, Cameron Scatterboo.
Everything. Procom offers the most powerful, most reliable headsets on the market. Paired with our state-of-the-art coach-to-player communication tools, your team is sure to dominate. It's time to communicate like a pro. Visit us at procomheadsets.com.
We welcome you back here to Moon Valley High School in Phoenix. The Gladiators fall 42-2 to the visiting Phoenix Outlaws as we welcome you back here on the Epic Sports Network. James Poovey coming to you live alongside my broadcast partner, Mr. Ed Cole. We'll get you back up here in the broadcast booth. And a dominating performance here today by the Phoenix Outlaws, and a special thanks to Benjamin for having us out here today. It was a fantastic event, a great broadcast for us, a great job by our outstanding network team here, and it was some great football.
It was. Although the score didn't reflect it, it was a really good game by the Outlaws. The Gladiators did what they could, but they were just they were just outmatched today.
They really were.
When you got a team like the Outlaws that just start off with a score on the first play, you know something's not going to go right today. This may not be your day, and It wasn't for the Gladiators.
Yes, it wasn't indeed, but, it's all about the reps in this game of football. Yeah. I was telling the boys before we got here to the field today that to get better, you just got to keep playing. You got to play every time you get a chance to play, and that's exactly what you had to do here today if you're Coach Dirks and the AZ Gladiators.
Yeah, and of course you know this. This is sports. You're not going to win every single game. Sometimes you're going to have blowout losses like this. You're going to have games where you come out and nothing goes right, which it didn't go right. Nothing went right today for the Gladiators other than that safety that they got. But it's just the way, the nature of the sport, the nature of football. Sometimes it's your day and you have a fantastic game like the Outlaws did. And sometimes you come out here and you have a real stinker, which is what the Gladiators did.
Yeah, absolutely right. We're going to step aside and take another brief commercial timeout as we await our Epic Sports Network player of the game and that is running back number 11 from the Phoenix Outlaws, Jay Martin, who got himself into the end zone twice today here. And credit not only to him, Ed, but that outstanding offensive line that the Outlaws brought here today.
Yeah, they were strong today. Just a great performance just from the beginning to the end. They never let up 60 minutes of almost perfect football for the Phoenix Outlaws.
Let's take that brief commercial timeout and return for more of the postgame show as we wait. Jay Martin, our player of the game. I see the boys about to get him over there on the far sideline.
They're still in the huddle, so they got to wait.
Let's take a timeout and return as we await Jay Martin here in the booth. Stay with us. The postgame is on the air right here on the Epic Sports Network.
I'm Angel. My dad started Burrito Express back in 1995 with me and my brother slanging burritos out of the kitchen of our house. Today we have 8 Valley locations where you can count on authentic recipes, good prices, and a comfortable atmosphere. I've always said the burrito is the perfect food. You don't need a plate, fork, or napkin. You grab one and off you go. Come by one of our Burrito Express locations and try you a burrito created by the man himself, Cameron Scatterboo.
Get your head in the game, son. The scout from football college is up in the stands.
Maybe you'd rather go to school for insurance.
I didn't raise no insurance, man.
But you did, Dad. Football's your passion, but mine is providing around-the-clock protection to progressive customers of Bundle Home and Auto.
Jamie, we need you out here for football.
You're giving up on your dream, James.
No, Dad. I'm giving up on yours.
Oh, James, wait! Oh, that's not the exit.
Well, this kid has no future.
Yes, he does. Not football.
Blue 40, 2 videos sitting patiently right here for you to click. On my 3, woo-hoo, go!
Procom offers the most powerful, most reliable headsets on the market. Paired with our state-of-the-art coach-to-player communication tools, your team is sure to dominate. It's time to communicate like a pro. Visit us at procomheadsets.com.
I'm Angel. My dad started Burrito Express back in 1995 with me and my brother slanging burritos out of the kitchen of our house. Today we have 8 Valley locations where you can count on authentic recipes, good prices, and a comfortable atmosphere. I've always said the burrito is the perfect food. You don't need a plate, fork, or napkin. You grab one and off you go. Come by one of our Burrito Express locations and try you a burrito created by the man himself, Cameron Scatterboo.
Communication is everything. Procom offers the most powerful, most reliable headsets on the market. Paired with our state-of-the-art coach-to-player communication tools, your team is sure to dominate. It's time to communicate like a pro. Visit us at procomheadsets.com.
We welcome you back here to Moon Valley High School in Phoenix. Once again, our final score, the Outlaws get the victory tonight, or today, here over the AZ Gladiators by the final score of 42-2. We're pleased now to be joined here in the broadcast booth by our player of the game, running back number 11, Jay Martin. Jay, thank you for making the trek from the opposite sideline up here to the booth. We appreciate you joining us. How much fun did you have out here today? You scored 2 touchdowns.
A lot of fun. just to be out here and play with my teammates. We've been working really hard every week, getting ready for this game. So, you know, my O-line was blocking really good. It made it really easy. And
the offense starting off strong, knowing that at least 2/3 of your team was playing strong, knowing the offense, you guys got to step up and make it 3/3, the entirety of a football team to play well.
See, it definitely put a little bit of pressure because, you know, our defense was going crazy. We got a kick return. You know, we just knew we had to go out there and do our thing next. Like, there was really nothing else to it.
What is it that brings you out here week after week to play this game of football? We know that you guys live and breathe everybody trying to get to the NFL, us included. What is it that brings you out here every week to really just keep competing in this game that you love?
Like you said, like we love it. We're all out here trying to win. In our time, people are getting injured, things like that. So if we're gonna be out here risking that, you know, we're gonna give it our all every week.
Jay, for your quarterback to come out and play as well as he did today, Tyree Taylor looking like Lamar Jackson on the one play where he's running, he's trying to get away from the defenders. How great is it for you to have a quarterback that comes in, has command of the offense, and can just move you guys up and down the field at will on their defense?
See, it's really good. He's a very good team leader. He makes sure we all know what we're doing. We're all accountable at practice, and you know, it's a blessing to have him on the team.
Anybody you'd like to give a shout out here in the last couple seconds we have with you that help you out, whether it be at home or at work or wherever the case may be, keep you going?
Yeah, shout out to my mom, my dad, my sister, and my girlfriend. I love y'all.
Outstanding stuff.
Love it.
The Outlaws get the win here today, 42-2. Our MVP player of the game is number 11 running back Jay Martin. Jay, thank you for your time. We certainly appreciate it. So and that'll do it for us here from Moon Valley High School in Phoenix. Once again, our final score, the Phoenix Outlaws get the win 42-2 over the Arizona Gladiators. For my broadcast partner, Mr. Ed Cole, the rest of our outstanding Epic Sports Network crew, I'm James Poovey saying so long. Have a great rest of your afternoon. And we